My entire life changed when I made this one simple mental shift that unlocked literally everything else for me. And so one of my buddies who just hit his first couple $1 million months said this morning, and it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. He said, the moment I switched from being a consumer to being a producer or a creator, everything changed. Instead of asking, what can I get out of this? How can I serve me? Ask, how can I add value and create impact for other people? And so it seems so simple, but it can be applied on both the micro and the macro level. So micro level, how do you use social media? Are you a consumer of the product? Are you a user of the product? Or are you a creator who adds value to the platform, to the audience, to the people on there? People that actually, people want to watch good stuff. They want to see your stuff and they want to get value from it. But most people don't create good stuff. They don't put a lot of thought into it, and they're not unique. A lot of creators out there are just like curators, and they're just kind of cookie cutter versions of everybody else. And it's not the recipe for fulfillment, a lot of income, or a lot of impact, because you're trying to be somebody or something that you're not. But getting back on track towards creator versus producer, I remember a few years ago, I was in my parents' basement and I had a social media addiction. I was on my phone a lot, just scrolling endlessly, swiping, and wasn't doing anything with it. It was wasting hours of my life every single day, and I was getting absolutely nowhere. And I can't remember where I learned this, whether it was in a book that I was reading or a course that I took or a YouTube video I watched or something, but they said the same thing. Go from a consumer to a creator, a consumer to a producer. And always just ask yourself in any situation, how can I add value instead of how can I extract value? And when you add value, that's when you do extract a hell of a lot more value as well. But that's what a lot of people don't understand. They think that they're just like, if you just focus on extraction, then you're going to extract a lot of value for yourself. But it's not how it works. Markets are reciprocal. So you have to provide value to the marketplace first in order for the market to reward you in return. And so a lot of people have goals that are just kind of like money-based and like material things, and they're very selfish. The motivation behind them is very selfish. And don't get me wrong, I have these currently, and I used to have a whole lot more of them too, because they do act as really powerful, like carrot on a stick kind of thing that kind of tricks your monkey brain to be like, okay, if I work hard and sacrifice now, then I'll be able to get this carrot or this cookie later down the road, right? And it's above you, it's a carrot on a stick. So then you keep working for it and you keep working towards it, and it works, right? However, it's also like very shallow and not very deep and fulfilling. Especially when you're just trying to get things and you're trying to just extract value out of things, then like you're not gonna get a lot. B, like it's not gonna last for a long time. Because like I said, it's a reciprocal exchange. And so when you go from the way you use social media on a micro level, from producer to, or from creator shit, it's English is kind of hard, I guess. So you don't have to be smart to make a lot of money. You just got to start yapping and create stuff. Case in point. But nonetheless, when you go from consumer to producer, not only in social media, but in other aspects of your life, that's when everything changes. When it comes to relationships, the best relationships are when each partner, when the two people are just focused on adding value and appreciating the other person instead of asking, what can I get out of this relationship? It's the same thing like working with clients. If you're like just focused on the money and then you leave them hanging, it's like, well, now like word of mouth is going to destroy your reputation. You're not going to be around for very long, and you're not going to extract any more value out of the market, right? And so it's such a simple shift. And I think a lot of people like become kind of miserable, to be honest with you, because they're just so focused on what's in it for them instead of what's in it for other people. Why should people actually care about you? Why should people give you stuff, right? It's like you have to be willing to kind of like lose the ego a little bit and just act from a place of like authenticity. And that stems from your intention. A couple months ago, I went down to Florida and I spent a day with Ed Milet at his house. And one of the biggest things that he was talking about was the power of intention, and how when we intend to do something right, then that's all the power that we need. When we have the intention to go above and beyond, to add value, to change somebody's life and make an impact, then we're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen, right? So even if you have a skill deficiency now, so you're not incredibly good at something, that's okay. Because as long as you have the intention that you're going to get better and master it, so you can add more value, allowing you to extract more value, then over time, over the long term, you're going to see the results that you want to see, right? And the reason it takes some people shorter or longer to get there is because the ones who speed run that are the ones who pair and match their intention with their actions. And so if your intention is to become the best and provide value and be a producer and a creator, then you have to align your actions with that as well. And so a lot of people, like, it's one thing to have the intention, but you do have to take action, otherwise nothing's gonna happen, right? I wanna make that very, very clear. However, a lot of people take action, but their intention's completely backwards in the wrong place. So they're stuck spinning their tires for years, and they don't know why. Because they're just, maybe they started out trying to serve people, and their intention was in the right place. It was aligned. But then things kind of changed. And now they're just, okay, what's in it for me? And I know this because I've gone through this many times. My first business that I started was an advertising agency in the mortgage space. And at the start, my first client paid me $200 a month because my software expenses were $200 a month. And I had the intention, I just wanted to help this person. And as a result of me helping her, then I would be rewarded with a case study at the end. And I would have earned the right to increase my prices because now I actually had social proof. A lot of people are trying to skip that step. They're trying to just go straight to the finish line. And they're trying to get to the top of the mountain. They're trying to climb to the summit without taking any steps up there. And so, yes, there's ways to get faster results and stuff like that. However, sustainability is the name of the game. And as long as your intentions are in the right alignment with being a provider or a producer or a creator of value, then you're going to achieve everything that you want in your life. Anything that you want. You're going to, it's inevitable. You just have to pair that with the right actions. But it all starts internally, right? It's like if we really distill it down, it's like your intention is what's internal in your heart or like in your head, but then your actions is the physical with your hands. It's like the things you do, right? The actions you take. And so it's important that you nail both, because if you take action, but your intention is all messed up, then you're gonna get messed up results. They have to both be aligned, right? And I think a reason why a lot of people struggle in business is because they're misaligned. Their intentions don't reflect, or their actions don't reflect their intentions, or vice versa, or their intentions are completely backwards. And so they're taking a lot of action to feel like they're working really hard, but they're in it for the wrong reasons. And people can sense that. People can see that. They can feel that in your content. They can feel that on sales calls with you. They can feel that when you're coaching them. When your intention is backwards and it's in the wrong place, people are gonna run the other way. Especially today, it's like people's bullshit detectors are more powerful now than ever. And it's not by accident. It's because so many people's intentions have been in the wrong place for so long. And if you want to truly stand out, then you have to make sure you align internal with external. You have to align your intentions with your actions. You have to lead with value and say, how can I impact this person's life? How can I go above and beyond to make their life easier and better? How can I be the most valuable person to this person? If you go around in life asking that with every person you meet, how can I become the most valuable person in their world? You're going to make more money than you even know what to do with. That is how the rich get rich and stay rich. That is how the 1% become the 1%. They don't do it by cheating, robbing, and stealing. Maybe there's some bad apples, sure. The vast majority of people, the most successful people I know, are the ones who provide the most value to the world, whether it's to their team members, their clients, their customers, their audience, their viewers. They are the most valuable because they mastered the internal, they align that with their actions, and they become extremely good. But most importantly, they live their life striving to become the most valuable person in everybody else's life around them. As long as you do that, you're gonna achieve and attract a disgusting amount of success and fulfillment. And that is really all that matters. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. And I'd appreciate if you subscribe and like. And if you want my help to scale your business, book a call down below. I'd love to chat. Aside from that, see you in the next one. Bye.